Hello and welcome to Buck's Midweek Show. Today on the show we have a topic that is near and dear to my old heart, and that is racist sports team names. This is near and dear to my heart because I am from Cleveland, and we have a team in Cleveland which I am a big fan of, having been raised to be a sports fan in Cleveland, the Cleveland Indians. And, for years growing up, we would be told, they're named the Indians to honor Native Americans. And there was the first Native American ball player, supposedly, Louis Sockalexis, that played for the team, and they said it was, in honor of him that we have to name the team Indians. But that was a lot of years later when they had to explain it to the PC police. At the time, as historic research now shows, they had a contest in the paper to determine what the team would be called, and they chose whoever decided to put in the name Indians. And there is a very, very racist cartoon at the date that it was chosen in that paper, showing Native Americans trying to play baseball. And that's really sad. So, coming from that, and, having big-eyed Chief Wahoo, this big smiley grin, greeting everybody, slightly less racial than the old version of Chief Wahoo used to be. That'll be some fun research if you decide to do it. His skin was yellow and a giant crook nose, and yeah, that was something. But it eventually became a sort of weird red thing, and it's a tough one because I am one. That's what I grew up with. I certainly think it's wrong and should be changed, because it is disrespectful, but there's always that bit of nostalgia that you have to get over on something from childhood, no matter how bad it is. So I'm definitely for changing that and others, but that is not the biggest case at the moment. That is of the Washington, quote, Redskins, unquote. I make the quote and unquote because to many Native American tribes, the R word, as they would call it, is fairly synonymous in terms of power to the N words for African Americans. So that's obviously a very, very bad way of going about it. Recently, as this has been more greatly publicized, they too decided to say, back when our team name was chosen, it was meant to honor them. And so then you look back in history on that, and nope, their name was chosen because they had originally been the Boston Braves, the same as the National League Baseball team in the area at the time. And they changed their name to the Boston Redskins before moving to Washington. And just so they wouldn't have the same team name anymore, but to keep all the Native American imagery. So with that, these people are saying, oh, now we caught you on that, now what? And now the team is hiring its former players to say how not racist their team name is, and created a fake foundation to bribe Native Americans called the Original Americans Foundation, which is lovely acronymed into the word oaf, in a brilliant stroke of genius. And they, from that, have tried to create this public relations campaign in which they're trying to defend this, and there is no defense. People from the area will say, oh, it's a tradition, but that's never been a good excuse for anything. And they'll say it's to honor them, and that's false. And they'll, try every trick in the book for this sort of stuff. And ultimately, their natives aren't happy with it. People are often say about things like that, like, oh, they're not even complaining about it. And the truth is, yes, they are complaining about it. There are many tribes across the country that have signed declarations that they are offended by that name, the Redskins. So it's not a question of that. It's a question of, well, Native Americans have so little franchise, so little power in today's society, due to, economic subjugation and just the sheer small numbers of them in the country, that people don't hear their voice and mistake that for them being okay with these things. But they are not. So, hopefully you enjoyed this little essay of mine. Hope to continue to do these every week here on the TeknoAXE network of shows. This is Buck saying good day.